I'm nervous. I haven't performed in over 2 years, so this is really exciting for me. But this is my first time ever performing my poetry.
Okay.
Did y'all know April was National Poetry Month? Yeah, shout out to all the poets. I didn't know that. I thought it was March. And I was heavy on that. I was adamant about it. I was saying I want to perform for my first time during March, National Poetry Month. I didn't. I was like, okay, that's okay. Found out yesterday is this month, so that made me happy because, that's another goal. Check that off the box. Most of my poems are untitled, but you'll get the message. Love a good drama. Sit back, eat up everyone's accusations and call it truth. I'll be the monster under the dreamer's bed because they're always too afraid to look under anyways, solely enjoying the rush of being afraid of nothing. I'll be the darkness that finds you every night, the reason you sleep with the light on but constantly get nightmares on repeat. I'll be the shadow that you're afraid of, but know that it belongs to you. Too blinded by others' lights you thought was yours to see fear following your every step. I'll be your reflection because you are your own worst enemy. Why are you afraid of yourself? If everyone's out to get you, then you are too. Just know, no one's happy until the villain has healed. Thank you. That's the only one I care to memorize so far, but got a little more. Shout out to all the Rudy Francisco supporters. I did a workshop, a 6-week workshop with him from January to February. And something he was telling us was for the writers, for the poets, try to write every day. Maybe aim for 10 minutes, but at least if you get something on the paper, that's good. If you write on your phone, that's good, just something. So at the beginning of each workshop, we did 10-minute free write. And of course, you're not always gonna love what you come up with, but that's okay. I was looking back at my poems, and this was what I wrote during our 10-minute free write the very last week. And I was impressed looking back on it, so I decided to share.
Yes.
This people person doesn't have too many people. But I've learned that it's not something to be ashamed of. I guess I've given strangers the capacity to let their love overflow onto me more than the ones who are close. I never noticed how afraid I am of vulnerability and how I equate it to weakness, but only when it comes to me. Because I hold space for everyone but myself, and I don't understand why. I want to be seen until someone can see right through me. My scars iridescent. Easier to see when I'm shining my light, so maybe that's why I've identified myself with my shadows. So last March 2021, that was a great month for me. That was my favorite month last year. A lot of great things were happening, like magical, like out of this world, literally so many signs, so many crazy good things. So when this March came around, I'm like, okay, where's my March magic? And oh no, it came through, and it came through heavy, and I was happy about that. Last March, I didn't write a lot, but that's when I was starting to write more, and I actually loved all that I came up with, and that's not common. But this March, it was the second to last week, I believe. I wrote over 130 poems within 1 week, and for me, that's really a lot, and I'm really proud of that. I didn't plan to share this one. It's really short. I wrote a lot of short poems. I always want to extend them, make them longer, but the cool thing about short poems is that you can always add on to it. You can always combine them in some way. And they have a lot of power, if not more, than the longer ones because you're able to say so much in so little. But here's one. Really short, really short. Push and pull and 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 please don't go.
Oh, my God. And snap.
That's a little something. Thank you. 3 summers ago, 2019, I was at the beach with my 2 of my siblings and a cousin. And, you know, we're in the water. I'm the shortest one, but we're in there. The waves are coming. You know, you kind of try to hop the waves a little bit. They were starting to walk off. I couldn't really hop the waves. And, you know, I started drowning. I was drowning. It was so, bro, it was so scary. But, I mean, it's funny now. I think I'm being pulled back. I think I'm dying. I'm kid you not. Like, I can't open my eyes. Can't breathe. But I'm not going down. I'm not going out without a fight. So I'm you know, fighting for my life. Turns out I was flipping across the beach looking stupid. I don't know where my sisters was at, but that's okay. I put it in a poem. You know, that's what you gotta do with these experiences. So this is called Full Moon. Who would have known it was possible to drown on a good day? To be swallowed, I'm sorry, we gonna run that back. Who would have known it was possible to drown on a good day? To be swallowed whole? When friends who lifeguard my life are too far out of reach, I can't save myself this time. Last summer, I learned how to float for the first time. Just relax and breathe, and the water will carry you. But this tip is pointless when you're underneath the iceberg. Maybe the ocean knew my favorite color used to be blue. Maybe this is the moon's way of giving me a warm embrace, but I would have preferred low tides. The rest are untitled. Sometimes I think nobody gets it, but then I hear a poet or a lyric or a cello, and somehow I feel safe in their words or their notes or the energy I feel from each of them. It's the little things like these that remind me our worlds are not too far apart, and I can't help but wonder how similar we could possibly be. Is this poet as moved by their words as I am? Does this lyric know how much power it holds? Can this cello understand the beauty of her own sound? Which leaves me with more questions for myself. That's that one. My meteor mind only knows destruction. So don't leave me with open-ended questions when I've been waiting on the sun to burn us to debris. Don't tell me you never know when I obsess over our ending, because I do. I've always loved your optimistic mind, but I think you're in denial. And when I stop obsessing, know that I still care. I finally accepted that I wrote this into our story, but I'll never say goodbye. And don't say you didn't see it coming. You could find me catching stars. Don't follow me down my rabbit hole. I've been stuck for so long, I almost gave up on digging my way out. Every possibility loses power to impossibilities. I produce these problems and hold the answers, yet here I am, lost. Frustration is the only thing adding up. Too comfortable in my pain and confusion, letting fear become quicksand. Forgetting that I have always been my own savior. And this is the last, I feel everything. So please, side. Carry me with your words and only wrap me in your truth. Bury me with your love and only water me with your tears, so I resurrect with wings, with grace, and know it's safe to carry someone other than myself now. Two hearts are lighter than one. Here's the last one. You, a reminder of everything I forgot I deserved. But I'll never tell you this. Your curiosity erased everything I had disregarded within myself, answering each of your questions for the both of us, and learning more about me along the way. This feels like home. Thank you for this foundation. I can catch my breath now. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
My Instagram, y'all can find me, Miss Jackson, JAXSYN, or Get Your Peace, PEACE. Thank you.
Thank you.